Now takes us to item 7, the Canterbury Multi-Use Arena elected member update. So Alistair, and joined by Chair Barry Bragg, welcome to the table. Thank you for joining us. Any introductory comments, and then we'll move straight into questions.
Oh, look, on behalf of the board, thanks for approving the statement of intent on the insurance management plan and the early works package last week. It was good discussion. We've taken a lot of feedback from those meetings, and we are working toward quite a comprehensive workshop with Council on the 25th of January. It's going to cover the prelim designs in quite a bit of detail. We're also going to talk about what happens at the developed design stage and how we get through to the D&C contract. A deep dive into the financial risk, the program delivery risk, and the project fundamentals. And given the feedback on the engagement and comms strategy, we're going to do a deep dive into that plan as well. So rather than we'll wait for the quarterly report, we'll take you through our engagement program, not only in terms of the project update, but also building the profile for the arena, part of which is obviously already started when we released the preliminary design images over the last month. So happy to take any questions.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions on this paper, Yanni?
Thank you for the work that you're doing on what's a very complicated project. I was interested just to understand when we're likely to have a good assessment of the traffic impacts in regards to the design. One of the things that was raised in the integrated traffic assessment was until we know where the key entrances and exits are and the egresses are, that it's quite hard to look at the local roading infrastructure. So just wanted to kind of understand at what point will we have some, I guess, certainty or greater clarity around the traffic impacts.
25th of January workshop.
Right. Cool.
So as part of the presentation of the preliminary design, we'll discuss egress and ingress into the arena.
And are you looking at the budgets that we currently have attached to those projects in terms of the traffic and how we can maximise value out of those with the design?
Yeah, so we have done, obviously, we've been working closely with our transport team and the bids under the AP system with regards to bringing funding back in future years regarding intersection upgrades, the roads upgrades around the Madras, Barbados, Tuam and Hereford Street. All of that work is coordinated and programmed with the design team from Cortui at the moment. So our engagement with Tim and the team is Tim Cheeseborough and the team is huge at the moment. So right. We're more than comfortable to bring back all that information when we present on the 25th of January.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne.
Yep, kia ora. And it's good to have these regular updates. It's terrific, actually. And I'm wondering, what has been the public reaction to the preliminary designs that were released?
It's great when you can get that question somewhat a little bit earlier, because they can put Simon Macker under the truncheon, if you will. And he's come back to us with a really, really succinct sort of response. Our Canterbury Arena website has tripled its viewing figures in the last 4 weeks. We've just gone from probably no one really looking at us to triple the amount of hits on the website. We've media pickup on the stories that were published from the 9th of December. We had the Press, News Hub, 6 p.m. News, the Radio NZ, New Zealand Herald, News Talk ZB, Rugby Pass and Australasian Leisure Management all picked up stories. There was media releases from Christchurch City Council, Basics Watpac, but what obviously occurs is there's an absolute wash down, a hierarchy of all the sub-trades and contractors that working on the project at the moment from the design teams have also created a bunch of interest through LinkedIn and all the other media streams. There's 2 Newsline stories around the naming of Te Kaharoa. It's been all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn, and I think we've on our Facebook stats on the December the 3rd announcement, we had 51,000 people reached, and we've had numerous reactions and a 98% positive reaction to the whole story and the presentation of that story. And obviously we've got an e-newsletter that goes out regularly as well to 623 subscribers. and anything over 40% opening rate is a positive win, and we've got 47%. So that's a succinct sort of overview of where we're at. But we're monitoring this constantly now to sort of see what the information that we present, and there is a long-term communication and engagement plan that's going to impact that as well. So yeah, thanks for asking the question.
Sounds incredibly positive
Yes.
and exciting. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Yanni, you've got a further question? Yep.
Sorry, I meant to ask about how it's going with the NG building, and whether the design's incorporating any sort of historic features of the area.
So the Ing building owners are continuing down the pathway of managing the movement of their building. So we request an update every month for our PCG, so our control group, just on the status. And I know that they're working closely with council, resource consents, and consenting team as well. So it's just a matter of they've got a date to meet, and they're working towards that date at the moment. So it's positive. They're relocating on site behind the transitional cathedral, so that's the intent, is that they'll move that building to that place and maintain that building in its current state.
Yeah.
Having said that, though, I think that move is under major pressure. I think there is a high probability they're not going to meet the timelines.
Right.
So we're watching it very closely.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Oh, to be honest, we're bending over backwards to help. We're trying. We set up all the meetings with the resource consents team, the building consents teams, to ensure that they got good progress through and assistance where we could possibly help them, and we are maintaining connection with them. We can't take control of what they're doing; they have to do that themselves. But we're here to help where we can. But you got to remember, they've got an agreed route and passageway to move that building, and they're working towards that. That's their contractual obligation to the Crown.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Great, thanks.
All right, thank you. Nothing. Oh, Aaron.
Sorry, just quickly, Alistair, thank you for coming to the Disability Working Group and listening through the Changing Places presentation. Where will that go to from here, and is that likely to be included?
So I think if you call Gilbert Gouvet is the technical director for B6 WATPAC, he said what we presented was included. So there's no reduction on what we presented, and we presented more than was expected. I think was the consensus in the room. I think with Changing Places, the elements that are in that room have already been costed for. So we've definitely got that allocation in there. It's whether you go down the route of Changing Places as is, or we define what that is as a council and how we're going to work with that part of the community. So yeah.
But you will continue to work with that organisation.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. So we've got a resolution to receive the information in the report, which I'm happy to move. Jimmy, you'll second. Is there any discussion? All those in favour say aye. Against? That's carried. Barry, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Greetings of the season, and thanks for the work you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, Barry.